this is what, just to give you an exercise. The next slide is a bit wordy. I don't know whether people can see. So, okay, I'll just describe it. So this is like a vision. Build my 5 million holiday home or retirement home in Nanyuki in 2028. My goal is not 2023. So in 2028. So everything I do from today going forward will be towards building that house. It's a 5 million holiday home. Those of us who want to retire, you have a retirement home. As I said, retirement starts now. It doesn't start when you get your pension. It's not the time to build your mansion. That's not the time. That pension money is meant to pay for your small bills and not pay for your major project, okay? Because most of us do that. We fall to that trap whereby the pension money is when now you want to build your big house to retire in. But then who will pay your bills? You start relying on your children. According to the Retirement Benefits Authority, 8 out of 10 people retire poor. And then the sad part is they're the ones pushing for the retirement age to be pushed even further. It was 60, now you want 65, next we'll want 70. But the thing is, even if I add you 5 years and you're not doing anything differently, how will it help you? So, the 8th wonder of the world is called power of compounding, right? I don't know how many of you are familiar with compounding, where you invest your money and you let your money work for you. If you can get an investment that gets you returns, good returns, any investment that you make sure it's above the inflation rate. The inflation rate is about 9%. So anything you're investing in, at minimum, let it give you a return of 10%. A return of 10%. So you're looking for things that are giving you returns like this. So how does power of compounding work? I put in money into this investment this year. It earns interest, right? Throughout the year, it's earning interest. Next year, I don't withdraw the interest, all right? I take the full amount of money plus interest and reinvest all of it, okay? So what happens the following year? The interest that you get, is it higher or lower than the first year? It's much higher, right? All right? So the thing that usually stops us is we want to have that instant gratification now. If my money has made interest, I want to eat the interest now. But if you just said, I'm working towards this thing 5 years down the line, this is my goal. And everything I do from now till then is to achieve this goal. Discipline, all right? So the following year, again, everything I make plus interest, return it, because I know what I'm working for, okay? That's how it grows. Okay, so here's where the exercise now comes in. So we are in the beginning of 2023. This is now perfect. We're in the beginning of 2023, and 2023 is going to be my year. We've refused that. It's not going to be our year. Right? We are changing that totally, okay? Yeah? Because I feel when you say 2023 is my year, it brings in a lot of pressure. It brings a lot of pressure because then I write down 20 things that I need to achieve for this to be my year. All right? It brings in a lot of, you start writing 20 plus goals and then you spread yourself too thin. And then by June, that was not me, I was misquoted. Right? I was misquoted. That was not me. I didn't say I was going to the gym. Ulinisikia wapi? You know, those things. So you start disowning your goals. So I feel like we need to change this thing for going to be my year. Because kwani next year it's whose year? I want every year to be. Every year is the year that I do something. Not my year. Every year is the year I do something to further my life, to further my growth and all this. So we are not sharing with anybody, okay? So we're going to imagine it's 2028. Remember that vision that I asked you to think about. Now, use the yellow paper and write it down. Don't put something that after 2 years you've achieved it. You lack motivation. It has to be something that it will take you time to achieve and you'll work on it going forward. And even, why not? Imagine how you'd be feeling right now if you actually were there right now, living that lifestyle you want. Okay? And then, as you're writing it down, I'll encourage you, when you go home, look at it, read it again, refine it before you get the actual one that you really want for yourself. Then, after you've done your list of 2023 is going to be the year that you started this and this and this. You'll have a long list. Then I want you to pick the top 3 that if you achieved this year would really take you far. The top 3 that you're really going to dedicate yourself to achieving this year. So 2023 is going to be the year that. And remember how we broke down the vision and the goals to even a monthly goal? Once you've decided 2023 is going to be the year that, the top 3, then now you'll break it down to a plan that you need to apply per month. What are you going to be doing per month to evaluate yourself? Every month you should have something that you're ticking off your list that you've done or you're in the process of doing. All right? So that every month you have something to hold yourself accountable to. So if you were to achieve these 3 things out of your long list at the end of 2023, you look back and say, this was a good year. This was a good year. And you celebrate it. Not by blowing your savings again, you celebrate it. Yeah. All right? Because we are writing down history for ourselves at this point in time. So when you look back in 2018, you'll tell your story. How will you tell your story? I remember 2023 is the year that I attended Craft Your Future Open Day and my life changed. All right? So have those stories. It will be a story you're telling yourself. I think when you read history, we don't read that in 1994, Nelson Mandela said it's going to be my year. I don't think we read that. We read that in 1994 is the year that Nelson Mandela became the president of South Africa. Barack Obama, 2008, he didn't say it's going to be my year. He said it's written. 2008 is the year that Barack Obama became the first African-American president of the United States. So even as we're writing down our own history, let somebody tell your story saying 2023 is the year that you did this great thing for yourself, for your family, and everything you did after that changed people's lives. It had an impact. Let you achieving your goals have an impact in other people's goals as well. Open doors for those that are coming after you, your children, and all of them. So we offer you the chance to work because you want to and not because you have to. All right? We don't want to be, when the alarm rings, and it depends on which phone you have because the alarms are different. You don't want it to be a source of stress every morning. You want to work because you want to, and you're pursuing your toothache, your passion, right? You're pursuing your passion. And you're doing it because you love it. And not because you have to pay your bills. If you don't work, token imeisha. If you don't work, rent, you're being asked for. If you don't work, you don't have fuel. You're working because you want to. We offer you the chance to plan your retirement lifestyle. Retirement starts today. Building your retirement home, planning for it, starts today. If you want your retirement to be in Hawaii, you have to start working on it today. Yeah? So it all starts today. It doesn't start at that time. So we ask you, what is it that you want? How does your lifestyle look like? Will you be with your kids? Will you be traveling? Will you be here? And all those things factor into the type of investments we do. In fact, a calculation that I give is, what is your financial freedom number? So this is what we work. In the class, we do this calculation, and this number that you get is what we need to work towards investing, so that by that time when you're actually retiring, you'd be very close to that number. Okay? And then lastly, the chance to leave your children an inheritance. Okay, you're not working for yourself. You're working for others. Even if you don't have children, there's some people you can support, right? As I said, your goals are not only yours. You support many others out there. And of course, if you don't know how to manage your finances now, what are the chances you leave an inheritance? 0. So if all your money that comes in now goes out, chances are your children will not have anything the moment you leave this earth. So you need to work on that. This is a chance, something that we give you, and we show you ways of preparing for this. Because you're trying to leave a legacy. You're not just working for yourself. You're trying to leave it. You want to be those people who say, let your children be proud to say, this was my mom's or my dad's, and we're still using it. And then it will be passed on to your grandchildren, and it keeps moving like that. All right? So now is the time to act. I've given you all the information I can to help you make your decision. My last slide of the day is a quote by Nelson Mandela. I love it. He says, "Your playing small does not serve the world. Who are you not to be great?" So who are you not to be great? Each one of you are meant for more. You have the capabilities. We thank God we're in good health. We have the skills. So what's stopping you? Why can't you be great? So let me tell you a secret, and don't tell anyone. The people who are successful in life are not always the talented, are not always the most educated. They don't have the most opportunities. It's just that they want it more than you. They see their goals and go for them, while you only see what gets in between you achieving your goals. That's the secret. We have presence in social media. We have Instagram, YouTube. We started releasing videos. And if all of you have phones, please, before you leave this place, please subscribe, because the class doesn't cover everything. And in the YouTube videos, I do focus on interviews with people in the industry, so you get even more information that you can use, watch and rewatch. So if you can go to YouTube, just subscribe, please. Instagram, I've posted so many things on financial information that is helpful. I post very regularly. You can go there, read, update yourself. As I said, improve yourself. Instead of scrolling for 30 minutes and not knowing what you saw on Instagram, because you can do that, right? Yeah, like you can do that. Yeah, like you can scroll, and after 30 minutes, you're like, so what did I read? So might as well have some good sites, socials that you're following, that if you read something and it can stick in your mind, then it makes sense. Like that 30 minutes was not wasted. Of course, the post is not reading 30 minutes. It's 1 minute, but out of the 30, you would have read something for 1 minute that was of good value. So follow us, please follow us, and you'll be getting a lot of stuff. And that's the end.